na enen so de mu ede but achempong abeto to be at the amane Kennedy Japan den mu pa de mu eden the ultimate say yes the Lord of Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia is working and is working in a manner it is not direct. Yankopon odi Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia achi eye na juma enam sa asunti ama Elon Musk kwawu Elon Musk ene asim for Bill Gates de ekoso wo muntam no enye ade a eye asam ketwa na eye no so furu akene Japan so eko guarantee interview bi ewo UTV eno so esem wo ho yebeka eno so ho asem pa etu aba meso setan se na menu nyina yembo wura asem nom na yemfa emu enchechemu emra asem wo nyina ne se Kennedy Ohene a Japan the aspirant to be the flag bearer of the MPP party in 2028 IFN Kennedy a Japan Echo UTV enra Echo ye interview bi na interview na mum sem bebre kwa sama papa ne kan wo ho bebre kwa entro ewom dey wa bebre entro ni nkontompo ene sabio enchanto so bebre sa sem wo ya papa kan ya boa binu ma no ahye na trance a study video na okoye ye no interview no ena ya boa ne ma ni binu ma no de oka ya sabio makora adwene kora medidi hayi mitumi trance si me boka se eye no kore no mabobo ni nyina no ena me be kirekirem me no nyina be kirekirem na so afa ho adwene ye firi wa bra achempong so ebe pie mu enne ewo UTV for adichi soroma program na bra achempong so akirekire niam binom according to him me osika edru ba bi kura san okọ bra achempong se bra achempong support no sika kakra and bra achempong support se mu na beka that 5 million Ghana cedis story na bra achempong abeto na no mutuo e de nokore no abetum se ye nokore se ono na di sika na ma Kennedy Japan na mbom no enye se na Ken person beko campaign ti o de ma no na mbom no de ma no se de be ya because Ken ba ne ho se wa ye den Ken ba ne ho se ni sika sem oh preke hello Ken Osiono no ye the conqueror of the MPP. Amam for betre na bi meka asem bi ona say we se menka ho hwe. Me jai amaya ye den. Ya to aba na wi a then I will tell Kennedy Japan what actually I wanted to tell him. Because e bi ana sansem na me mate no. Ana de me madwena koduro mahu no ono onya hu. But you know, you say in the abundance of water the fool is thirsty. In abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Rat race. Rat race. We a Bob Marley. And answer for any papa and nyom ase. I say in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. They say, Empo babia insua bu na insua bu so. Na etigu na nso na busu no ojimifo anakwase ampanyini odaso to se ensukom ede no ayenyansa asem we yebu ne ba na wate ase yento aso na yenko yanim na yenko tie Kennedy Japan video no what he said and the yenso yewo ede emano aye Ras Media oba na wa subscribe na wa like video no na wa comment na yehu ni achia kama pa na yekoyanim yenti eken a Japan ni video no kakra na yemra
if you say time near what by mo no kwini na intimidation the doso
na intimidation from the other side
yes god government favorite they actually intimidated people
so what can say government favorite meaning say womo koye no de obegina pa na say de no gina towa ye beka so wa ben mu kese pa Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia nti ono eno na
he was a government favorite. Now one day Ghana has it, we may 10% cry. They use security, national security, police, military, EC, all ministers, CEOs, MCs and DCs, everybody was part of it to make sure that this time it's not there.
Okay, enti papa that's pa. First of all, we say papa we pa and who is through Kennedy agyapong. Hey, Ken agyapong. Papa me buwade. The most mugu, the business tycoon in the country. Kennedy agyapong say papa now see or no he command Ghana no. So nam ho nyina o yehufo osuro. Osuro. Papa ni yehufo. Obi a wo se wo you alone. Obi a wo so there wo se wo command. Betimi adane Ghana putu. Now you are there telling Ghanaians say 2023 primaries no. Obi echichire wo nsagu wachi. Adentia. Dr. Bawumia was the president's candidate. Ken, what am I doing here, Ken? To be honest with you, what am I doing here, papa? Ken, now we saw who is it. Obi a wo to me jina ekase. MPP grassroots ekura wonsam. MPP party ya wodia uji dia si ho. Hey, no be a party ya wodia. Now the party leadership eno enti akonwa pama. Na party ya wodia wo kwamben so. Papa. Ene kene Japan kasa o si MPP for no. Delegates fatu team. O kasa na watie. Asema papa ne kano. To be honest with you,
it's all intimidation.
Sasam kwanya papa ne faso kasano. He actually, in one way or the other, he isolate himself from the MPP. Tebiepa. Kennedy is now talking as external person of the party called MPP. Okasana wati omo MPP for no. MPP for no. Enti also ya why. Papa o ya why, who are you? Some people for na come race. Now who to so ya MPP niya. There na wo ye no race no. And then when I sat down, I took my time. And I actually listened to Achempong's interview. Although there were some places, put Dr. Bawumia in an uncomfortable zone, which is normal. Or in the campaign, he cannot talk all things right. But Achempong had a sense of party member in his talking. Imame ya Afrimpo amwakwaba. Prosper Noah, also met your year per why. Now, Achempong kasa, even though he's contesting the prime minister, now okasa, you can feel the sense of belongingness. Send yesikano. Who feels a papa can kuobi hono okasa. But ye papa we dear kasa, akwese or no, akwese ye ko general election be. Now or no ye somebody like a young can say a Sankran Yesika or more moko or independent candidate. Because Okasa say MPP for no are Ghana funny MPP delegates. We are no MPP delegates. The man is not representing you. The man is there representing himself. And into your castle, say, I'm before. And Papa say, because Rananado Danko Akufo-Addo was then the president of the republic, you know, every government institution in the country that time supported Dr. Bawumia. And they did everything that they could to work against him. But Mr. Man, Mr. Man, Wagwan, come here, come here, come here. Dash it on the ball. Mr. Man, come here. Mr. Man. Now see why I can see politics. And you Roman sorry daimo. Politics. The politics. Said the Rasta for your kind of the politics. And you Roman for sorry daimo. And your Methodist are sorry them. And then SDA for sorry them. Politics is issue based on, can I say, ability, intelligence, loyalty, many things. Prosperity in life of people. And Mr. Man, now if you who are already candidate amount for them say you don't want to be a president, you don't want to be a minister, you just want to do your business. Who to me sorry, Ebeka say you want to be a president and people support you. But to be a worthy vice presidency for 8 good years. Now why you opposition vice presidential candidate for another 8 years? Sabu why interact with every MPP member in the country, either directly or indirectly? Sani pano. Se obejira se opetumi na nipa dom so di na chia wo fili se eya de bone eya semo usama me eya sempa eya sema ento asum, and it doesn't make sense at all, because wo bra na wo na ma na wo ko contract ho no. Bawumia was building people around him. And Tianya Nado Danko Akufo-Addo. And ya Akufo-Addo Timo Dene. And ya Akufo-Addo and the cost so ministers and sa. Nuya Samijasi Mwakwaba. And ya Akufo-Addo and the cost Sabio CEOs from the press from the what them call the recent government. Some of support Dr. Bawumia. Nam no, and nam the good relation Bawumia and Nkrofono are building on. That is what makes almost everyone from the hierarchy, higher hierarchy, came in said, Doctor is the person that they want to take him to. It is not about because Nanado was a president. Ken, tell me how many people you have built around you. And nipa dodo saying apart from say we omo ye samasa. And nipa dodo saying and wa build omo to become some important or some relevant people in our society. Apart from Nkrofo mugu adwuma ma hutu omo ka 5,000 3,000 or bodyguard across 3,000 Ghana cedis or demand a month. Why na wa son in sub building no? That is what is the difference. Dr. Bawumia had that intelligence to bring people close to him, build them, give them trust, and give them prosperity in life. That is why, Ken. So don't come around and say, Akufo-Addo's government machinery were all behind Bawumia. MPP Abai. MPP. That is the same thing that happened between, what is the name? Afram Toura, no? What is the name of the Afram Toura? Afram Toura and the friend is saying, Abusiamon Trinamame. That is the same thing that happens in Afrafrantoura. Afrafranto United Party. United Party Plus. That is the same thing that happened between him and Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. What was the issue? The issue was Alan Cash. Perfect. Alan Cash was more interested in Massa. Yes, sir. And no one crown di na chia auto aduane mo muti. Not knowing say Yewura Nana Danko Akufo-Addo was rather building people, building them. The man for Costco, a man for lawyers. People are working with him in his law firm. I a boy Yakobo and DC for crab building and DC for Eka home. And whilst Alan Cash was doing, I'm the son of the prefect and I'm the son of the president. You know, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo was building a close and a tight relation with people and building people around him. The same thing I also know. Juan Bawumia was seriously building people in the party, starting from the constituency level. No, Kennedy Agyapong was going around making himself, I got a cash, man. Say no, 1,000 Ghana cedi, Gina Kodi. Massa, senior man. Wait, me big man. Yo, me salute you, man. Am I your say yes and you know? Am I your say no? And yes and you know. Everyone who didn't hold you am I your say mu piano. A plan ahead of him. Obi baba ye police station agent. And also Obi baba ye constituency coordinator. Or Adrian Fufro than the team said he want to move to another level. When a more team by assembly man, who to assembly man want to become more MCE, or person may member of parliament, or person may minister, or person may cabinet minister. You want to become a president. Enti aman your phone Kennedy, my main country. Or mun young crano no muya juma no. Crown crano no muya juma calling so who's mo akwaba. Omunyan crown do you only omuye adwuma mo 500 Ghana na omudi wachi ebo omu nsem ma no. Sai Gideon nom asensu buachi nom ofene den kojo pon kroma nom e sa nkrofo na omu aka no. They have a vision bigger than Jiwe Fashion bottom. That is what you can Japan you don't understand. That is what you don't understand. And the people voted against you in 2023. The people voted against you 2023, not because of the influence of Nanado, but because of the type of relation Yewura Dr. Lahaj Muhammad Bawumia. Na juni ni nyansa mu onim sa the politicians etenkinti otumide na ho bata ankrofo etu wonfo amagon prosperity in their life. That is why they vote massively for him, not because of influence of Nanado. Enti papa, I think say you must go back home and do your homework well. Na ja nkran na wasese omudi wachi nkrofo na omudi wachi sa kwesi kwate no. Uhu no. Na onko ni suku wie. When I didn't go to school. Go and ask those guys here, or surrounded Dr. Bawumia, and ask them, how were they raised? In fact, the guys no one peeping, young patrons no one bano. How munyina? How munyina? Omo to me keti bi wo party mo mudi Dr. Bawumia chino. Omo ni Dr. Bawumia because Dr. Bawumia no pa ekudidi omo atemo. They are following Dr. Bawumia because Dr. Bawumia give them future Because Dr. Bawumia think about building them. Dr. Bawumia make them feel say they can also become somebody. And yet it's a wulena. You want people to holler you, yes, sir, master boss. That is why they all want away from you. When I'm for no more parliament to crown or one to Obama, or more no more call parliament. I will know more parliament up to now, or one and this is for a but when you also. And this is for making jokes of you. They know that you can be the scapegoat. And this is one name say what you're doing is a comedy. And this man come up pamwa transfer because but that's what they're doing. Now, hey, one way delegator. Oma papa we can't just say and this is for say young farmer ever to Obama no. Now, what do we to go to Obama call we yawo? You don't know what you're doing. I mentioned was assembly. Who Pandai rerun. And this he had orchestrated plan. Because Abraham people call to say you don't have to do any rerun. The NDC started putting in some message across to say MPP is leading in Pandai. Said they be young MPP for any court to Semnachi. Nanka kwa to Abana. That is the same thing. The same thing Omode can Japan ten and once or 20 NDC. How can you come and tell me say me MPP ni men to Obama because NDC for say yeah the bomb to Obama? Are you a child? You wonder. Ken, you wonder. And how come your opponent is the one to tell me whom I should bring? Ken, and then Papa when you do say you two you know food. Name about your food, you say you two you know food. Coach me baby. No to me transe. A man this for that damn also jitum the betra one and this for say yeah me young family man and to Obama me. Hey, what I mean say buakampa because how I have positioned you on the internet, you know, I did not expect say one day will come whereby you come out and say some things like this. I bet to ama because the same it's not rational. It's lack of a 3 and a 9. Into a TV.
It's not there. President Nio, Vice President Nio, Minister Nio, CEO Nio, MCs Nio. They don't have control on police. They don't have control national security. They don't have control military. Inti tables no 10.
Okay.
But I'll make sure say I will guard against rigging. Okay. The only alternative will be rigging. And I want to assure them say they shouldn't try it.
Talking about rigging.
Now listen to me this one. Papa we after election. Let me hear SKB TV. Accra. After the 2023 primaries, this man sitting here came to tell every Ghanaian and said, the election results were clear. The election results in a bar, you know, the papa Kasafa who said, Sabio, Nanado Danko Kufa, the Tekunyo Muntina, more soldier for more police for everybody, the military, and other things. So I said, you are suggesting there has been a ring. And if you have been suggesting, say, we are 2023 there, how come you went to the platform to tell Ghanaians to say the elections were free and fair? Well, so you own the principle, and with this, you want to be a president. Why 2023? Oh, say Barbary 2026. Now, if you know, it will be lose more because 2023, 2024, no 2022, no my yesha say by promise no. Some of the MPP people doesn't actually knew you, so people just came in to support you. Me say at the beginning, let me who be amenko, but I had to sit down and listen to your messages, and I said that be You have a bitter in you. The eto so be no. Alanchele maintain crofo no. Omo no beto abama wa ama wonya 32 point something no. 32.7. Afi we wunya afi obere more because amanfo ahu so no ban. Wonsem afi we no mu ba. Eche se wo afi we obere pa. Wo wi a obere ne mo be yeduru. Na you obefere wo. Obefere wo. Obere se wunya 15-16% me se wunya 15-16% I will come here and I will say you are a strong man because in him said the abanabeko. And then the message is clear. Said the MPP need a leader. I was saying to me, your message come from when this for say we are all behind the leader. That leader is Dr. Bawumia, and the MPP delegates are hunger for power and for your burden. So the people who are going to vote for Dr. Bawumia, Makasante, what they can do obeka, I would be video no so now enjoy why. Tinyansa kakra. Tinyansa na kwa na ka nkyerɛ wonam fofo no. So munya jimi no. Ntu timi trase wo tinyansa kakra. Makasante ai. Tinyansa. Etenam people that get so mu here to me o. To me no mu here no. Omu nim say they must to give a massive support to one candidate. And so what me aware ne apa. So they are going to vote not less than 75-80% for Dr. Bawumia. And it will shock you. Adia achempong de be yewu Kennedy Japan in this election. No, you will remain silent. Achempong vote or better feel bottom no. You will forget. We are doing politics. So when you kukoso asem kasakasa bebrebe. Politics is dynamic and it is also strategical. Mese wo achempong kwa be you anya 10% of your last vote to achempong be konka. Kwa bra jeja po be konka bi. Ye wura ye wadu twi be konka bi. Ansana kwa bra ofene den. What is the name of the other candidate? Bryan Bejibi. Yes, Bryan Bejibi. Kwa bra jeja po Bejibi. Na ye wadu twi so be sia je wo de ani bi. Or the mentor about we I will give you the strategy. You will see what you get at the end of the election. You think, say, MPP delegates, what to me about modern? I'm a wanim guasiaba. Now people are aware of you. Eh? When you go to the campaign field, look at the inactions of the delegates of Motiho. Temiyepa, Mike Asante. So candidate no ko no ninkrofone kasa e wo grouse ho a. Man kasa hwe the amount for you. Look at the inactions. The amount for nye. A mo de ho 18 asem. Forget about nkura binuma. When no mujina ho no mo tietiem no forget about them. Look at the men sitting. Those are the people who are going to vote. Nkrofo no mujina sro omo yedede no. Omo ye nkura bi omo twemako. That should be a signal to you. People are tired of your arrogance. People are actually tired of the arrogance of Kennedy Japan. The pretendants of Kennedy Japan. Amanfo apredo. Now, what goes on at the campaign ground? Also, Kasa, no Biato, no Reno. No more Reno, no Mutim. I go with Sukro can Kwasiake Candodo. And the one done for Brachempong, no, I can't say, national television to say, Kennedy Japan is talking too much. Now, Ebaba Brown, so dear, so. So, Ken, a one who shoot two, one person I would do two assume yam, and I won your man a cotton or so. Because at this time, I will borrow this word from Kofi Juma. Or say, Kennedy Japan is always surrounded with case with Nkwada. Minya Ivan Sankama Kofi Mwakwa papa. Temi yepa. Ye papa Kofi Juma and a car saying when Yaman America. Monfan Cheme, Mecca. Or say, Yewura Kennedy or Hina Japan is always surrounded with small case. And for the reason, and for that matter, so Okasa and Quadanin to me, heard a name on country and say, Papa, dear, who can you are making no nonsense? I want to me, heard a name on country, no. Into the piano and I'm so a name Krane Kasa. James Bond, the Makwa Yepa. That is what is going to happen. Now the young person because video no more kakra. I say all of these useless guys supporting Kenya Japan and NDC party boys and girls. Yes, on person munye fanfu. One fa Kennedy man never talk about NDC ni beja sabi NDC wa never talk about my MPP. NDC no timide ne ba panyini ekosi ho. Kwade ne ba panyini ne ba be ma panyini kosi ho ma ne party. Ebe jai ono ne party na beto aba ma wo Kennedy Japan because e follow Kennedy Japan. Hey, Papa. Now also sa na otie. Ya nu ehun rough. Yankoso.
Enye bi wo hono ma obeka se eyem popoye a wo de wani di eche hu ne se so wanya hwe a Reagan because one making statement say you want free and fair elections.
Yes.
Bibi wo hono bi ada na di a eche se Reagan let me akoso.
Yes. Ebine proxy. The last time, Obi to proxy baku 200.
Wow. Nipa baku 4.
Yes. Obi to baku 40. Election and now all control also. Omuwan Kasa at the elections committee used himself as an example. Say any proxy 40 odi go mu enka the contender no ebiti no.
Nipa na ne kan say.
Yeah, okay. Ewo elections committee. Onwa otimbi oye nipa kese pa
a won pese obeboni di
ya ena okai say proxy no dey mon fan to nchen because yep say party no akofom nti ye pekuru ya ye ma fairness enye adwuma en wo yifrim no ensema ebe chiri ni bad no krani mamemfa wafidie so emmo elections committee na so far, so good. They've been very fair.
Okay, and out of that, Omaka say this time no, won't allow proxy voting. So exactly. What supporters are?
Yes.
Oh.
Now I'm got to. What be winning? What would it mean? I support. Maybe just this Tuesday, almost a call last week here say abra mo the guidelines aba for party aspirants. Yena agiato ye wa omsi efedie omu pese MPP for ankasa efa omu security and omu dia ko guard a monitor
within the party and within security. The party
abra mama guidelines say die ma regional chairman constituency chairman obi akoto aba free ho na nka police no. Then they went to justify their case to elections committee say omo pese afedie ye fa internal security na dina omo boboy na esre
say he for this internal security no
empelphobia omo fi say baby a ekono omo area Reagan no say no the last time entimi maso enti me intel na my omo din.
I told you before, say Papa way, you a crash, I know, is that a crash sports stadium? I can say the elections of 2023 primaries was free and fair. And then, also last time they ran the elections. I will come back so. Was it through proxy vote? Proxy vote. Na papa we see through proxy vote no obi timi to abano nko 200 wa wo hwe me wo ha bia from constituency na bi so mo say the MPP delegates to do saying and the wo constituency ho na campus emu 200 akudi abontene temiye pa abusia. Let's analyze what this man said. From the vote, no, ye could general be an to abamano, others be on to member. And I saw oyare, and I saw baby move a pound to member. And your friend promise to the powerful friend that got to the amount. Piana, the new who to me a more contromano. Even in a general election, cry a funny family, no, Sabian people in this Kurana, Jana, no, it is accepted. But Papa will say on Tiasia, Adentia. Last year, Obi to Abanon 200 times. Obi so to 40 times. In which constituency in the country of Ghana called Ghana? NMPP delegates Omo 200. James Bob. See, to be president, how does he expect vote from the north? Moses and Zongos after insulting them. Wow, JJJ, aye. No questions. No, but them put no campaign. That is what I'm talking about. Tio, and Contompo. A man for to a banon 200, one person. And this are no or different constituency no Kotoyana. And the question is, during primaries, any pabako ultimately aba in two different constituencies, and that be only one constituency of which to aba. And how come this person was able to vote 200 times in favor of Dr. Maumia? On contemporary, or can't send no bisano say onka money padrina one tini pakolo kalasimasi onka. Say there. Adia MPP election committee for decided say the prime minister they are going to handle everything into the hands of the electoral commission and the Ghana police. No, Papa wait to TV so can't Ghana for say MPP for paying for one person or more no movie abanum. She said, "Oh, movie 2023 no. No person movie internal police." But to help money ma want to. How can you be so diabolic? She said, and kwasi asema Kevin Taylor ten TV so oka. Said Dr. Maumia beregi elections no. And some phone this for ka. Said Dr. Maumia ebe no. It's the same message that this man is preaching across. What is wrong with Kennedy Agyapong? Abusia, this is my question. What is wrong with this man? To the extent they say, Abaya to ya one kasa ujina online so can say the elections were free and fair. And then what you be not catch the Ghana for say the real a fair there. This is fair there. This talking is needless, and it shows your character of inconsistency that you have. Said Nana. We say about 2 years, 2 years, and never done it when you see Anthony here, Papa. What is wrong with you? Yentuado.
Omukase, the D-Day, and Tokwa Bessi, and now, I wouldn't talk about Senator Umpe Party. And if no one says any power be a Montino, Ubia, I study. Okay. And the only way person is a failure, the party security. Meaning about what we be paying.
Honorable Obeka say you're speaking in parables. So I say almost he found this party security in the Baba.
Well, Usha list on the buyer, it favors one candidate, Moody, but they know themselves. Fortunately, elections committee and also Omani and two. And what means that, sir, 2023, a choir almost fast. Even that, I got 37.4%. This time, Sakwan, you have no chance. They use the EC. We say EC, it me free. boss no to be free easy na or polling station also ompany me 0 no one man instructions for one candidate me man me 0
2023
yes I have all the evidence
later no sa easy rep no woman buy or be confess say
yes why they give, and one of them in the video Walwale I'll mention it Walwale I got 92 votes na omu kai media nyina na obi yishe no botom yeah and we have the videos and the chairman himself met me at Kotoka International Airport so catch him say they promised papa no 100% inti minya bi the number go omonima say inti no mam 0
they promised most definitely they promised Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia
yes
100%
but
out of 92 no
number go omonima say they gave me 0 Kotoka International Airport he told me I was say and okay
entity ni yepa papa we ho esiro ye kana japo ma nipa braku papa I got the cash man what we in there enti you came to Accra to tell them people for say the elections were free and fair. But now we will video where say every hour. Hey. And that's how we share Paul. I don't want to be harsh. Hey, and never Paul yon kontomponi pa. And never Paul ucha kohwe. Ucha kohwe ye pa. Unye serious. Anana ehu. Na usuru wahu. Na usuru so be resist the election results now. So what videos, evidence-based videos, it is a amount for real numbers. Yeah, kind of numbers, and they been as start the show more. Hey, Japan can make a wider allegations. So the easy for you now. Easy for we independent body. Yeah, internal elections, you know. They were all connived with Dr. Bawumia to steal you. And I feel with the one way and the basic. Because if all the machines of these elections were against you and you were able to get 37 there, Papa, and you feel we will be 80%. Now, you know what? There is something beautiful. Our one can repeating. What was it on Nama? No, can say no more intimidate mo, and no more yemu say, and no more yemu say. What was it neha? Or there is no intimidation because MPP is not in power anymore. We are Bema. Which is which? The Wahe and the yet the Oka. On Nama. Or say, how can you come here and intimidate delegates? But this man today on this TV is telling you, say, MPP is no more in power, and for that matter, you know, there is no intimidations. Oh, Ken, what am I doing here? You could fear perseverance. Why do you waste your time on this United? He needs a complete psychiatric examination. People will be gone forever if they let him to become the leader of. I got you.
Okay, today.
Wow. Talking about ASR, the Wakasisi, doesn't mean say the top to bottom approach, you know, it's a deliberate thing.
Oh, yes.
Be favor.
Oh, yes. But, you are. Omunya, and go me postpone. But are you too late?
I'm postponing the date.
Yes.
For voting, you know. I didn't see the man who say Omunya go postponing.
That's so much from the Fenia Kono. Omo who say in your man and easy, sir. I mean, you're tough. One person handling them. And this time, Sir, MCs, any CEOs, any ministers are not contributing to one person. It's not there. Because they themselves, they are not sure of the outcome.
Talking about MCs and CEOs, and any member of parliament, who share Dudu or Maba out, Ebekasi rally support behind Dr. Bawumiano. Still, I and also be one of all these people represent a constituency.
Omu ego. Any acquire omu faso a treaty me. 2023, most of them are afraid even to come closer.
Omu treaty was saying.
That's how you saw what happened. They were all part of it to make sure, say, because mechanical, because many nipa won't bet me use me. You can't use me.
Also, you think so? Money you use more.
Yeah, obia you use me. In the position there. As you know, I don't think they are medidi. Enti adia ya magana and kwana me. O adia ya interest. O be catch me menye. Say in the interest of the country. Menye. And they find me to be a very difficult person. Yentimi and control me.
Okay. Okay. We must say we need.
Yanto say ye palati asema papa ikana wo hai. Also wase anka ne biem. Also wase anka ne biem. O say this is what I don't understand. And according to him, anybody that has not supported his bidding to become the leader of the party, no, when I mention who I meant to say no. When I mention who I meant to say, because in the politics, everybody have his choice. Pia on the direction or Pia what the one and nam, or Pia what the prefer no. We may not be friends, but we can be in one political party because of what? The ideology behind the party. And to hear from this thing says will be unsupported, the person becomes an enemy. Hey, Ken, no, but you know what? Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia does not see any other person or support to Kennedy Japan as his enemy. This is the difference of the two characters. Kennedy Japan sees every supporter of Dr. Bawumia as his enemy, whilst Dr. Bawumia sees every supporter of Kennedy Japan as somebody with different point of view in terms of governance. Finish. But look at what you're doing to yourself. Why ya mane upia apart from sticker any nkrofo kakra bi omo aka omo ye party fo mpayifo enkwada nkwa ne di wachi wonni party mu mpayifo nyina won tokwako because you are being used and indoctrinated by the NDC. Can some 40% of NDC and what
position ba obi tin so obeka say ade a eno so in a way e betimi a ground se bia wo benya contract but say what buying ewo ho no man say what buying na evulia the possibility say wo benya contract no high ene honorable Ken the past administration no we nya contractor
of course
this kabaya
na me sika me ko top pickups 240 pickups used once every month. Na me dey minya contract ba omo no a omo kase minya contract no omo nya bia na no mo dey anso mo dey ede
Kennedy Japan is lying here. Sa pickups no chairman Kute ene kotoye papa na ofri asen notwa no ene wo the same constituency enam asem we sunti papa na nkasa da no Oza Ken atiba bejira ni padomanika so na koto pickups 200 debram pp entro eye kontompo uhu na twam enye nokore emfanto timuda eye businessmen or mo support 1 pp ene this kama papa we so nkoto pickups emfamra pp for enye one ne toye enye ono ne toye. Second, Papa will say no crazy on your contract. Finally, or the atom, he had a contract. na nya wona say MPP for we are Ghana say the ochina ni hoy omonwene grassroots hoy enti unya contract no there na wo ye de ma grassroots no. That is the question. Contract le de ma wo no there na wo nso no odi gina so eye de ma grassroots. Pray ono ye no ma na mudie ene boys kakra bi omudi wachi ye ncheni now you who guy I got a money man. Oh we as a contract runya bi na say Akufo-Addo anya obone Akufo-Addo and new bone just because of one contract in tea. Look at where you have reached. Because of contract ba Ghana card contract in tea. People be awarded. Also kumo. Now every MPP person knows who you are. Unless in Crawford or more bun you go mutima or more dream or so munti. Contract na unya no. Emfaso ben and the ordinary grassroots man aote asen fosu enya free. Kontompone labraba ento.
At least there's evidence of me a contract with the big boy party. Almost so a dear no day.
And no, your most side that when Huna say, me, Obiba can say a good deed is lost when it's mentioned. And to be a me big boy party in the car. I didn't come out to talk about it, but party paying for the enemy send me.
Me, adoyano party no baby. And you say, make a position. And my minister contribute to a candidate. He wants to be secured of his position. Make the contribute to party itself. Tell my opposition.
You contribute to the party for contract. And Dabia, who contribute to the party now? Utimi Fragenzira. Yamutu for next 2-4. Nkrofo na neme kura me views e wo soro sna omo no Matro TV ene nkaifo e mo betwa de kire wiase amansan say you are donating money to the party just because you want to create an impression say you are the sole financier of our party, which is not the truth. You are not the sole financier. You want to support the party no harder economically than you, but to win your money cool underground because you are a pretender. Yede ensani nyina mawa na watwansana no ketekete now they are back. Not why your home manifest at the actual so I support the party. Yes, you know, someone is in country say ba umiati ase the those millions of contract mawa nka you will never contest him, which I completely agree with him. Onam party mu di ohwe nyina ne contract. On Sakaswa, no way you muke to a party, a common party, now they do a num, and I've helped the party. It is Kamasa Kotoka, Kura, Fabra party, who ban all the 2 and num, so one out to your brother saying your war.
Jessica, as late as May 2016, now pickups to constituency Ukrainian, when I'm control American cars, pickups used 240. I can mention all the MPs on Beji Academy because we have the list. My manager, Constable Emi Mohammed, they have all the list.
Okay.
But they know they have me. What you say? We all live with our conscience. And now, Nintia Enhamani said, or say, anybody who is a leader and is not criticized by some of his people means he's not doing something right. So long as I get criticism from others, it means I'm doing something right. Because who criticize you, you step on toes. But the country's interest is supreme. For Ghana, we MPP new, we NDC new, Mecca.
there was an amount to be a mention and with support our the boa a party ya mekai say engineer kwabene agyapong ebeka say sasi kana wo kan say wo de man no kure bia sa
sabro no I don't know a young man we school fufuro now I could have gone further to give more details. Dr. Prekudu I a witness my contribution to Eduboy. But only in 1992 we're talking about they don't even know this history.
Okay. Then you still stand by it saying do you discuss Ama?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
I see. Do you get worried and hurt? Say party a what dedicating Wama na enina we hear omo in a way omo support and I say individuals be our boa omo omo dan omo chiama eye we ya.
We nipa ebe ya me hwe wo mu baby am picky wo mu free omo ba me fie easily gone yet to didi young men and net omo ye me enemies
ba ya to wase wa wuntro no biem papa we say school sa mo fan chere busan fan na me home family asemo ya papa iken ye ntro oboa wamfa $2 million bi amam pipi ye ampanyi kwa brand Japan ba beka wo kana Japan ne kwa brand Japan mo fear difference e won be say 5 years. How can you consider kwa brand Japan as a small boy? Listen, no. Did you hear what this man said? Osi brand Japan was a small boy and fell in our school, so he didn't see whatever went on. Ken, Uche kwa brand Japan fear do say. Oh, say what they are sending takere na na chino na chichiri ni pieto na wa sha ase na oye iteri for say na de lando na wa sha ase na o kan sembe no matter of sense. O kan sem na piano na wa sha ase say o pushing the na she corner na wa sha ase na nkontompo ni nabraba ni akeka when you come to Japan, Monfie, what is the difference? Na come Japan, you're small boy. Now we're in 1992, you Canada Japan, you have $2 million in your pocket. Nobody says they didn't support the party, and him say you supported the party during the Dubois time. In some way, but don't come and lie to us. And listen. Boys now, no about fear is the competitive. They don't came to your house to say, "I'm person my president." There was an agenda that he was executed with them, which was to make Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo becomes president. Money omuye Juma Emma de na mo hwehwe ne bam Emma wunya asom faso. And you know, you don't have to have expectations. Say, Omoba mi fie bedidi. Di enti Omoba ufie bedidi. Kama yenti. Since Omoba ufie hono omono bedidi oni omonante ya no. Di eno omo ye ma wo abrabom. Abronye make your net 2 TV became one of the most watched political show in the Ghana political arena. Him patient as well Mwakwaba. Abronye this na o kana asema o kana indirectly no. Only the man who channel no be the most political show watched in Ghana. Enti wanya hwe no o promote TV no ma unya advert boy. Apart from that no, or you paid to make the Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo become a president. I don't see the outcome udinya contract ya wana ukani sisiana. Sajumano, why you now there is a new tax ahead. Dr. Bawumia to be the president. Opa join. Peso amaka. You see, said you see and Ghana for to become a president. No, go independent. Now make assembly before. Boys no about do you know why they have gone away from you? Because they see your conduct, yes, Massa. Miriam Arimi Mwakwa Papa. Almost say your manner of doing no, yes amasa de ne bia but omo call Dr. Bawumia hono yo gone the mo akwa papa omo call Dr. Bawumia hono omo who said doctor believes in human development, so they are with him. Somebody who can give them prosperity, who can give them future dreams, who can make them think about how they can become. That is what the people have seen in Dr. Bawumia. But who brand no they me feel na wa babeje aduane di Jessica shop to me enkonenkone campaign. Were you bidding them? No. So what are you expecting from them to do your bidding for you? And him go say
Bible Quran osi Yesu esa akwatafo du yare no ba ko pe ene beda na se. But you know what? Me working the flip side and he said party for no ehunu a Ghana for the omu ade amaye. Okay. Now no yeko on katamanso. Testimony nipa mienu ebe ma wo me ho. Ba ko osi mami
on the other side, no, but they just want to have you say, oh, Honorable Kendi, you can't youth, you can't grassroots, or man for a penasempa. Musa Dankwa and so a more debate to just say, see, you can't conform support pa NDC4, a support ye pa. It is a compare say. In a way, it's a competition. It's a competitor. No more support. Don't you think, say, expose, you know, the weakness of a party structures and executives?
This question is the one that I love most in this interview. Listen to me very well. Ken A tunanum. Say and see Ghana Funyra. Yet if you move by a NDC for mom na second in Japan, and as a politician, politics na what did him amoutia fujere. As a young crash, said the opponent is telling you, Sef Branameto Obama, Usujidi, listen to what he says.
And I will say, oh, the Canadian Japan bar, even NDC will vote for me.
But and then looking at a offense, a primary mobile becono, right? And your woman on a delegate, again,
they have a voice.
And your woman so now, and grassroots, and also a delegate. How are you going to transform phoning into a delegate? And I say in a way, a bit me as so much more.
So NDC need to walk as you say. For Canadian Japan brand hiding bar, Yanni cry but it's a strong message to you not to make a mistake.
Baby so on the other side, no. But they just want to have you say
the flip side. I'm not a weaker candidate.
Okay.
Massa.
I'm bold.
Massa, Yantuasia. My American answer, send so many answer response. Or say, oh, you say, the NDC for ye, Adanko Dada de. I've also weak candidate. Now will be an internal election. Could I want to me uncontrolled vote? Pasha will tell me, pa, you are not a weak leader. Obiawo, an internal elections among ourselves. You were not able to control your vote. You were not able to put in mechanism. Every supervisor say every single vote on Sabeka. Want to me and I want to me and yes, mechanism no. And you are now coming to tell me, say you are not a weak national. And this year against some people, no better to protect your vote. In which manner are you going to do so? Can we go when you must you? Now there, young Chayabako achempong so the videos were there, but you take a cranenko.
And decisive leader. I'm not going to be coward. They see other candidates as a prey. I bet me at show almost so just like me and this is over to me. I am I'm not going to accept defeat 10 as early as 10 a.m. Young Kali MP Saba Enweye. Namako.
Ken, and I know already Justin Kodia Ebe Kain say sad decision of coming out to accept defeat, wasn't a sole decision. It was a
look, listen to this thing. Bro, a bisa was direct, a personal question. Only say NDC for the omuye, a danko da day. Away a psycho question. I will say you have to answer with intelligence. So be a research. Ya sheda atata wana hu. Ya ye post hidden. Hu epese hu say your more can a yentro na say no correct. Ye hema hu say your more can ye pure no correct pa. Dabio, ebisa a question, psychological question, clinical question. I was so know with intelligence. Now he's jumping to tell the say Dr. Bawumia was not bold. Adentia. He accepted defeat earlier than when we were supposed to wait for the electoral commission to announce. This tells you how dangerous Canada Japan is. Yet to about 2024, no. Me bema. Wa woheme. Wa wutieme. Ene ana wa wutieme dabi ade ebeche so. Yehu de na ekoso Ghana maimu. Yehu kwanya na NDC for asha ase ekoso very very violent across the country. Now if MPP did not accept defeat, NDC for ye NMPP for soya and kenne gabeno yente haya yedi nkobo because you who they see. But you see this dangerous man telling us say Sadiana Dr. Bawumia ye no is a character of a weak leader. A leader ordering the presidency to change now think about the masses. You see that person as a weak leader. But who person in community could boy mono, you see yourself as a strong leader. Obama can say be. Obama can say be. I say we need to what? Build strong institutions, not strong men with strong arms. Mimi akakari TV mwako abapa. Obama Nekai. I say, we must build what? Strong institutions. Not strong arm. Strong men. And the wood to you Canada Japan. A candidate. Well, who say? The oppositioner. One way, angry. Destroy Nema Ukrum, almost Nema, they are crashing among the people. Now, who would lead and who name say, well, lose you a panel. Dear now, by Ubertanaho, I'm a man for a one qua. That's almost really one qua we are. What Baba can say, you have accepted defeat. Ken, I think the most weakest leader in our political history is you. Because the Okan is a signal of what? How dangerous you are. The Okan, it shows how dangerous and lawless you are. Say ya no koyene abrekuma notwa ye to abana enkwasi asem si ye no wadwan ye hu oba bia. And this for sure say omu di nkwasi asem ankasa na wayira ye hu oyirai. Na oyam pipi na okoto abade party akoshe nipa bi otise ne nsem a na wa ojejereje. Enipa a presidential candidate me de ne presidency to nkyɛn adwene ɔman ho ɔsɛ saa nipa no ɛyɛ weak me yɛ kwasi asawa mo akɔ but ɔno na ne personal interest first before the others no ɔna yɛ strong one mekae me sɛ ɛnɛ the deɛ me no nam hɔ yi you don't need strong men to govern hey unhia obi a na basa bobo asojafoɔ kora ɛka ɔmo asɛmi uhu America sojafoɔ bɛsɛ ɔmo nidi okono ko hu Italy for sojafoɔ bɛsɛ ɔmo nidi kona ko hu UK sojafoɔ asɛ ɔmo nidi this time yɛn fa ho ɔdene kitikiti na yɛ nneɛma o the way coconut no ɛna ɛde yɛ adeɛ and the people may interpret strong leadership as strength. But say a strong leadership, a mindset that would team no. That is what we are talking about. It is a mindset that would team no. And yeah, Juma ye. Now we're going to say, Choboy, and our debate Ghana mind so they never pa. We don't have time for you. Yet video kakra. Na yanko achempong so ne de no de aba no
collective thing that even onunimpono came in and kanya sambo a to be fair no enye Dr. Bawumia na kasa na de ne pe e ba ye mpemfo nyina ne hia ye ma ne ba
mpemfo no so political experience ne say na omo sa adwene ho say ye ko take decision yi abra ye kan aba ye nwie ye now we accept defeat. Like other parliamentary candidates. That is why we lost miserably with the pieces.
I was saying no more Johnny Ghana for you now.
Okay, why Ghana for? Hold on, madam, we are mistaken. You have to accept. And Koya Wadwin say Uko city on the fence. Why Epimenides? Unkoha Emaha. No. Why mistake? Be bold and say so. It was a mistake on our part. So munina ne koya ya. And the other channel say any part 20 could take a decision. I'm going to make a mistake. Let me say, now me free Alex Markin. If ye me kohe na ba so muka wie. Me see kwemwa. They say breaking news. Papa no ebaya wa accept defeat. Now, Yegusu Kai Aba. Typical example is Tema Central.
Yes, Ken. I saw one thing I say. This woman just wanted to tell you, sir. And yet, Dr. Bawumia and take a decision. And he was not saying, say, are you right or wrong. He was just telling you, say, don't put the blame on Dr. Bawumia because it was a party decision. Oh, say attack about team na de no pamna nipa na asem na oka na kora won te ase e na ono so oka na tabu ono so odi asem na kora na mpana na ewura na wa sha ase no kekam no de video no wa sha ase ye de video eske bim so temase ai na wa sha ase ye de video ai a sha ase de lirare wa sha ase de video no tetiem. Like a cancer. This man was just trying to tell you, sir, man, Dr. Bawumia Kwan a party decision. Oh, my brother, Nam. Well, who will be the Nam? A quarry, the whole 7 also.
Person, many have a final market. What are we talking?
Talking about easy, no, so no. Dr. Bawumia can say, and my examples. Say President Kufuor enye one term okoya and a woman tomorrow citing and Kufuor and so the former president enti because of that so what try first na say when yensan emfa 2 million money bill.
I will not let you land. Mamima, they are twisting history.
Okay.
And we have to straighten it. Obi a woye diabolic and obi make his statement.
Oh.
And you know first the first flag bearer of MPP, any Professor Dubois.
Yes.
Oko Bakuno. One, President Kufona Oboni did example. Abinti and one can say, Dubois will call Bakuno. President Kufo and Tiamanan come in or contest. And what do we need? But before I forget, say obi anyiwa awako baako awini Dr. Buzia Orani owini Liman Orani owini Rollins Orani owini first time Mahama or vice president Orani owini. So don't let us distort.
That was your papa will say since 1992. Afraid you see Dr. Buzia Liman. Confusion. Timmy yo. We are packing my pa. Timmy ye pa. Or say since 1992. Professor Dubois, then to J. Kufuor. Afraid you say Dubois. So say of any say Professor Professor Liman. Professor Buzia. This man is a confused personality, or you're confused. On him the oka. He is mixing mangoes with apples. Because on one kasa, and them say 31st January way, that will be the worst ever political results that will shock this man. The 37 no on him for the team so in PM. This time I quit because confusion is also. Listen to what this man is saying. Listen to what this man is saying. On the entire video can crab na young cop achempong so some of their band.
You know, and I'm person or come kure. Emma delegate who no order that woman or to see history. I'm bold to tell you, so or to see history.
Chinukre bia say.
Chinukre ni da any na mabubo begin. Busy I want to so or 2 times. What is that Liban called 2 times? What is that Rollins called 2 times? What is that Mahama? The first time no here or 2 times. Please. Don't even come correct. But what some say, you see, instead of apologizing to MPP for and Ghanaians, I think I will justify. Well,
in any case, Mahama or to Professor Mills, Nadia so in Ghana history, what Nasua 8 years normally no a standard ubedi. Professor Mills Nadia no and Mahama Tuaso. When Mahama want to come again, as Mahama no, it took him another 8 good years before he was able to come. And Mahama man cannot say. A different era. They are not part of the 4th Republic. Oh dear, Papa Wejawa. And or to see history. Which history is it to? And yet no cross Yura J. Kufuor. 1992, 1996. I mean, I'm not a queer from Wakwaba. 1996. But and you know, Chris J. Kufuor 33%. 39, sorry. J. Kufuor 39% no nyai. His first time, 39% no nyai. And I say no correct.
One, President Kufuor, Nientia occur 2 times. I want to know party member onim. So onimwa and go me kisa history no.
Dr. Bomi anya
party ni. No party ni 1996 no.
This is onim
exactly because
party
Canada Japan. I mean cancer munchro. Bra gorgeous back no e ba Ghana no. Let me young woman. Oh. Papa, but I got this back about Ghana and a young woman, and so I know the history. First time I got this back, and I'm able to be free more Ghana, my mono. Not me young woman, not me niho, but I know the history. Nana, or say to the first, Nebreso, not me young woman. And so many history. Ghana for independence 1957. Many of us, but we know the history. And it's 1992, none of the Baumia, and MPP near. And then she said, name history. Papa, why? When I was working university, the university now moko. Niamana yechnemono. AC ena mujina hobby. Dabi, you can read, you can inform yourself, and become aware of a past history. Ken, they are all kind of young and so. Ya bow tuja. Said, don't say anywhere again. Said Dr. Baumia people ni. Na aka was saying na who the own country. One will be on the quarter. Sabre no young people ni. When I name one will be a wager. Look at the posture of anger, bitterness, serious bitter.
No
history because President Kuflo won or went 2 times because it took Afarijan 5 days to come and make the announcement.
Abuja for mami enyi Judas and Tonche na yenguram kakra nkoba fufuro. Now, na achempong edi jabetu. When we say papa we can ho nyina. Na achempong say our simple answer. And the market in Japan. Now I bet say you have to listen to Achempong on what he say. You see, kasa tentene and toponko. And we are so kasa dodoa. Etruba bi odi tro, utwanko tompo, okade anim. You see, we are say ankure hunu and the yedede. Now there is something that you must notify. Say, I can't understand why Obia also your party neighbor. Your man made the party name or Kasa say MPP for no or more. Ya no be so say why in a Kenya Japan represented. And this is for video no can the video no kai or have a bonnet. It's a ne yanko Bryan so ninety na Bryan so that we go about. Now, brother, sister, who heard me? Now, Achempong is a politician. He is doing his campaign. It could be say he may say something. It is not comfortable with Dr. Baumia, and it's accepted. But I want you to go beyond. I support Dr. Baumia. Now, look at the demeanor of Achempong. Kwanyo Faso Kasa. And the Kwanyo Faso Kasa, they respect Emma party. When he says, now what is now that is the difference between who is just trying to finish the party's future and somebody actually who believes in the party's ideology. But Achempong is one of the people. Forget about some two bomb at the doctor. Forget about that. But so Kasa Utimuse or your party back or feel proud to be party back. But dear Papa ba kono dear Kasa, he always isolate himself from party activities and party membership. To the point to say that interview, no, he sat there and told the whole Ghana, say he was never part of the government. Ona yama light contract. Ya juma na wa nye na udi hu sika no. Ona yama contract ya juma wa nye udi hu sika no. And ultimately edan wanim beka say I was never part of the government. I was just a simple MP. Abra we di board chair. Police for chair so now to subi. Ghana gas now to subi. Ghana Shippers Authority now you're hobby. Oba. Obatin no, I Rastaman, I Kenneth was part of the tourism ministry. No, he had a position there, Afrochera. But you come out and tell people say you were not part of the government. Just because you want to isolate yourself. Because you are fighting against the party that you said you want to lead. What a bombo clad. What a brat clad, bro. What a nonsensical statement. What? Huh? You want to lead the party where you don't belong to anymore, that you don't trust, you don't believe in the ideologies. So I'm super sorry to say Kwame Nkrumah. Enemy Ivan Sankama say, any core the CPP4, they are in dying of what? A leadership. Core CPP. So Ken has a problem. Or you contemplate very serious liar. Otimi misleading pa otimi katana ni din tropa no na nim twetwetwe she said all kind of crop or one tronko. Now I would like you to listen to bryan achempong. Ti asema papa neka efa kene de Japan na tie the way a papa ne say kasafa party no ho ene ne hia me no. That is what matters much. Because internal contest there, you can never get it as a one fita. Ayedena, people will speak against others. But there's a man who put to me a casa de tia or young co, I want to internal election. There's a man who put to me a casa, not obo dear, MPP for no. Who are MPP for and who are you, Kennedy? Listen to bryan achempong. Make sense to your head. Bullet. Straight bullet into your brain.
Okay. I see. My top to bottom approach. Enra Honorable Ken Bar has say 2023 or who see a reggae elections waka wale asem ebodinsi so say onya 92 amatama no mo kan no obi gina ho na no wotwe papers na ehye ni bottom later no one chairman dey ka kire na say oh na yempese be disappointed ye nipa no which is Dr. Bawumia because yempese be gunu na say ya sure no 100% na wo hu ne say deliberately no party structures now more person gear a favor one person. Do you agree with him on that? Now, if yes, and answer say no, why would you trust a top to bottom approach now? More de kwako to banana.
You to say yepa. Caution, we are very dedicated. And look at the demeanor of bryan achempong. Very serious, resolute. Because when he said he's coming to talk about his backbone, I hear the MPP party, and he take it very serious. To make sure say on can be a out of conduct or be to be used to against your party. So listen to what he said. The question is simple. Can a Japan see we are about to say who and then who believe we say the party structure no every time about to na kosu ye pana.
Example now with the has no bearing on the top to bottom approach.
Sir.
No. Elections, imunsem, say rigging. Ubia per se or getting ahead.
Okay.
In politics, in life, and in elections.
Okay.
Everybody wants to get ahead. Peace FM, Peace wants to get ahead of UTV. UTV wants to get ahead of OKFM. Everybody wants to get ahead.
Any side, if any healthy competition.
But I'm saying, in the end, we healthy if you are a competition. So just here, and in competition, you want to get ahead. In the elections, so one fan move for more. Somebody will want to get ahead of you.
Okay.
Intino say winning say opponent ewo asem kan wale say o say obey example when you 92 enhihye be na wo de to form wale a anka betimi aboa wo amasa incident no NC. So when to me emphasize no and move for more, then you yourself you are not prepared. Because in the general election now when the NDC for Bekono. So you know straightforward amount. And I was saying you need to have systems on the ground to prevent rigging. So just here, and you know the first thing we are doing in these elections, 2026 elections, is to make sure that we have a credible album. And so far, the Presidential Elections Committee, they've performed creditably well.
Okay.
I'm very, very happy with the work that they have done. Number two.
Entity yepa, but achempong say men country can Japan say you are not ready to lead the party because say internal party internal elections and I want to mean CSC enough to monitor your own vote that will come out from the polling stations. Then they say you are not ready because so only NDC focus here. How are you going to manage this? So who? You hear what this man said. But what you see, say, Sa Castello na. Nebeke se Castel na. In contemporaneous tronti Kennedy Japan share that best share, you know. Somebody on us as parlanta, obey to me, I lamented to say the Kennedy, you know, or no, I lament you, or China will say, man, wake up. If the president, you go job, yes, you go job presidency. You need security to support you. And it's a one to make them protected or vote during an internal election. How much more can you protect your vote in general election? Whereby you are going against other election winning machinery FNMDC. You are weak. This is what we call a weak leader. Weak leader, and yet the obit maba bontambeji sabio elections results so credible. Only say walusu, and yet the baba bonten tamabeke se malusu, and a chance oh ye weak. Now no, wow ye weak and say. Wound to me fans near Mangua Kwaimu in a perfect manner. A bit to me, I guide the amount of vote to Benyana. I be good him. That is what we call a weak leader. That's why you're weak. Because when you go to election, it's like you are a battalion commander. A battalion commander there. I was saying to me who asrafo panyini I was saying who kwa obefa so a obetoto niema wa sojafoɔ no ebetumi adi nkunim so when to me antoto saa niema no na ye bufa wo so a we weak as a leader. It's not about why the election results too mu and a weak. It is you that you are weak. That is what achempong want to tell you. Yanto asona yanko yenintela that video because breko
party. We exist to win elections. But what I say, until no se won't mean winning elections ne mayenya. You be US jay. You could not to win a bar. You have people when you miss you. And you to me na
so even if we say obi ya deal within the party no na say yeah we any pana nye ya instead say be am for beba then they will speak out to say no the ni pass me say na nye but ni pana react mu a no dey you say nye
say one kasa what there we japa there and now dey there open me buafu ball ya ye boy me dia me buafu no mafa na me dey share moto na me dey come paso just say oban agyapade political party there until you can't be bitter and let your bitterness bring all of us down.
Where a straight bullet to Kennedy Japan. Papa kasa onyansa mu wa mo bia di no but one kasa for to who is better in the MPP primaries. So what I say, amanyoko no enye fi Agyapade o enye wo isle go a dino enye wo cold store no bi o eye Ghana for ni MPP for nyina de a etu ntimi mfa party in show bottom se me de ko dabi Obuafu said then you must think about the party. Obuafu said then the party come first before your personal interest. Sir Papa Oyotuwe, he's also contesting, no? But you look at how he's talking. He's talking with patriotism. It's just he belongs to a group. And he, Osansuji, the party, the Okahona or Pemu, can defraud, you know. Or the party, no, and Tisa Papa Kona or Kasa, he underestimates even the party column people. But what these are the difference. And the brands young country can say, and yet they are pay and no penya our party. Winnie Papa for no buffo na about no. And number no so, and my yenra yadia every and plus.
There has to be a limit.
Okay.
There has to be a limit. At the end of the day, I know what Japade. And we have to be able to tolerate everybody.
Okay.
And then, you enko ye untimi fa ye nkodura ye best sound e be ye we yes what ye man tranche no ono so papa be som but adwen na nko se ye ni na de na wo de ye se me de me di yaw me kansem anye we de ye ni na ye nkoda. We cannot build a political party. We can't build a political party. We have to tolerate all views.
Okay.
So that we can move forward.
Move forward. Be share afia a chairmu ene die ene 2023 abra na prime minister ne ko se wo na won ka ho de. But be to just say after the elections and na honorable Keno Drage ni fit on your cold fit to campaign for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Emma, you came in to give 5 million Ghana cedis to him. Is it true?
So yes, it's true, but the preamble now they count, and yes, and not because he was dragging his feet.
Okay,
it is not true that he was dragging his feet. Now wako campaign maybe, now wako campaign maybe. Why elections maybe Nana Akabe Bibi also oko.
Okay,
and then he reached out. And then I supported him.
Okay.
But not because na on peso beko and I'm a friend no can say uja for yesrewa udi jabidia to no that's not true.
Yes, sir.
Mean kind no and come I know the enye no kre.
Okay.
Nemo towards the end na audition bread and he reached out and then
you supported.
I supported him with that money. But not say no on peso beko and I may make a so I'm messing ko and I'm doing the man. That's not true.
Okay. And
Jenny pa. Eti musika no. Ankure hunu na ye de o. But achempong say Kennedy Japan was out of money a little bit. Until he reached out to Onobra achempong. Ken the cost race go. I would have go. Tieriepa. And yes, Abra achempong and this is call Kennedy face on Geo. A Kennedy Japan mom the cost Bra achempong sika. Papa na Kanyama America. He reached out to me. It's a son on the call the hawk. Just a minute, Abushia. Ono ne cobra achempong hoko bisa moa in terms of money. And a brand the man. Inti musika, I got cash in my pocket. And kosi saying. Kosi saying. How did it end it? In case on this Uska, but Susuga were no more na yene wa na ti hai. Brachempong na beto toro. Aye. Bryan achempong e de nokre na beto se. Eye wumbom na ko bisa ne sika e na ode mawo. Papa, bra na be yi ano, yento ado.
said the omanfo who say we business man gem no nim say the issue
so many of them that gem ho nti enfan say
okay I na yen share top to bottom approach enra honorable Ken Bahasi or say 2023 ohun see a reggae elections no waka wale asem.
Yes, abusian for yenti video we na yemfa bibia emra na wiye betumi afa one call bi na matie wanu masem kakra wa ye redo betumi afre akasa
ebodin si so say onya 92 amatama no mo kan no obi gina ho na no wotwe papers na e ne bottom later no one chairman dey be ka kire na say oh na yempese be disappointed ye nipa no which is Dr. Bawumia because yempese be gunu na say ya sure no 100% na wo hu ne say deliberately no party structures na ya mo person mo give a favor one person. Do you agree with him on that? Now, if yes, and answer say no, why would you trust a top to bottom approach now? More de kwakoto banana.
Example now with the man, has no bearing on the top to bottom approach.
Sir.
No. Elections, imunsem, say rigging. Bia per se or get ahead.
Okay.
In politics, in life, and in elections.
Okay.
Everybody wants to get ahead. Peace FM, Mudain with Mukra. Peace wants to get ahead of UTV. UTV wants to get ahead of OKFM. Everybody wants to get ahead.
Yes, idea of any healthy competition.
But I'm saying, say, in the end, no healthy if you are a competition. So just here, and in competition, you want to get ahead. In the elections, so one fan and move for more. Somebody will want to get ahead of you.
Okay.
Intino say winning say opponent ewo asem kan wale say also obey example when you're 92. And she say ben na wode to form wale a anka betimi aboa wo amasa incident no ensi. So when timi amfasa she say no am form one, then you yourself you are not prepared. Because in the general election now when NDC for Bekono so straightforward amount. And I was saying you need to have systems on the ground to prevent rigging. So just here, and the first thing we are doing in these elections, 2026 elections, is to make sure that we have a credible album. And so far, the Presidential Elections Committee, they've performed creditably well.
Okay.
I'm very, very happy with the work that they have done. Number two.
Yes, abusianfo am say call bi ama. Ente de mo besi ana ochra asan ato aso me so am fan chebe na me home fa me kasi ntino. Ente na ma say ma ye slow no, but I know so tomorrow will be amazing. In any case, the Amedebra Wunie, Kenya Japan has disgraced himself on the interview, but achempong has shown Kenya Japan said your party is not responsible for his happiness. And he said a ninja now I better party any dear. Obetumi agya party na to no apeba be foforo afa obusan for meeting ene Mr. Mafo ha Ras Media GH the Ras Media on Facebook me da munyina ase ene support to munyina mode ebe support o me ba be yedru de me da se pa party me da se ba be yedru de me de mo besia Nansa me koma me fan check ese ma me nya paake me ma me nana akua afro ai kakari TV me nya kwasi asamoa sanso na we so na sama ni na me ado asewa go new and I me chao ye pa patient dance me chao me nya James Bond me chao nso ye pa me nya Kofi Apia me chao and Kofi Frank nso me chao ye pa me nya Rekadunsia me chao nso ye pa and Ivan Sankama Kofi I Jack Michel Yepa and Makasante Michel Collins so Usu Michel Unsu Yepa and Mame Afrem Poma Michel Yepa Prosper Anu Michel Kofi Frank Michel Unsu Yepa Facebook phone so Aliu Gadiana I Amankwa Emos Ibrahim Osei Kwame Nis Macdonko Amankwa Fofie Nana Kwame Aido Nana Ajay Elek Adunsia and other two more me who mechache mu nyina da mu nyina se enemo big support that be ameba ha bia no you make me a new person because I learn a lot from your comments and I read a lot from your comments after the video. With the money answer pa, let's say then your first time about subscribe to the channel. For inside isi adomano so. Na beka busi okono. Until we meet again. Adios.